Hello and welcome to the All-Star Open for the nr2003-2007 Sim Series, but it follows the 2026 schedule season. 28 drivers out here today trying to make the All-Star. The top two finishers in this race will transfer into the main event, and we will have one fan vote winner announced after the race is over. There are no points to go over heading into this race, so let's just take a look at the starting lineup. On the pole is Clint Boyer, and next to him is Martin Truex Jr., and lining up behind them is Jamie McMurray and Michael Waltrip. Elliott Sadler and Reed Sorensen make up row number 3, with Sterling Marlin and David Reagan in row number 4. J.J. Yaley and Paul Menard in row number 5, with Jeff Green and Robbie Gordon in row number 6. Row 7 consists of Johnny Sauter and David Stremme, with Tony Raines and Ricky Rudd in row number 8. Row number 9 consists of Scott Riggs and Juan Pablo Montoya, and row 10 consists of John Wood and Joe Nemechek. AJ Allmendinger and Kenny Wallace make up row number 12, with Dave Blaney and Jeremy Mayfield in row number 13. Ward Burton and Mike Bliss make up row number 13, and Kyle Petty and Boris Sett and Kyle Petty make up row number 14. Now with that out of the way, let's go down trackside to get the command to fire up these engines. If we can get the command.
Drivers, to your
Third time's a
cars.
charm.
Drivers.
Drivers, start your engines!
And the engines are fired up as the field prepares to roll off pit road here. 80 laps, no stage breaks, just straight racing all the way to the checker. You see everyone gets off pit road good, so everyone will take the green flag in this race. So the keys to the race: you need to be able to get through lap traffic quickly, you need to finish in the top 2, and you need to stay out of trouble. Several good cars in this open: Clint Boyer, Martin Truex Jr., Jamie McMurray, J.J. Yaley, Jeff Green could be a contender, Johnny Sauter could be a contender. Well, the Ganassi cars, all 3 of them could be contenders, but who will be an all-star? As the pace car leads the field around 3 and 4 and makes the hard left-hander down pit road, and we are going to be green in the All-Star Open here from Dover Motor Speedway. Green flags in the air, Boyer and Truex lead the field. Through 1 and 2 to go, and Boyer jumps out into the lead immediately. And I think we got a crash in the back. Kenny Wallace going for a slide. John Wood in the 21. I think Allmendinger in the 84 had a bit of damage from that. But Boyer leads him across the line to the first caution of the afternoon. So just as we got going, we're slowed down again. Let's take a look at what happened. Let's go to the helicopter view. So just Nemechek gets the wall and actually gets hooked into John Wood. Allmendinger did go for a slide, but not much damage. Kenny Wallace, you see, also going for a spin there off turn 2. Nobody decides to come down pit road here, so we will continue on with this caution flag. And I believe we'll be going back green on lap number 6. We will. So now the field's going to be single filed out. For the restart. They got their double file start out of the way for today. But Clint Boyer will lead them back to the green flag here from Dover. And green flag back in the air. Boyer leads him across the line, nobody jumping out of line just yet. Reed Sorensen right there was the first one to make a move. Michael Waltrip looking inside of Elliott Sadler for the 3rd spot. And McMurray using that lower line, trying to run down Clint Boyer for the race lead. He gets a bit of a better run there off turn 4. Boyer got better drive there for 1 and 2. McMurray backed off for some reason. 3 wide further back. Sadler, Sorensen, and Reagan 3 wide for position. And Truex is slipping back. Still 3 wide here for 1 and 2 as Sadler drives it in deep. Keeping it clean so far, Sadler gets cleared as there comes Truex up the middle and Yaley's trying to get Reagan now. Reagan's going to try to drive it in on the top side, but Waltrip is putting pressure on Jamie McMurray for the race lead. But not race lead, P2. Boyer is driving off with the race lead at the moment. Now Waltrip going to make a move inside on McMurray, 4 seconds. He's going to nose ahead of the line. But McMurray drives it in deep here in the 1 and 2. He's going to get the drive off the corner. And he'll stay ahead of the 55. But Waltrip's still going to be low here in the 3 and 4. McMurray way up the hill. Leads him across the line in the second on back battle, but now he may be able to clear the 55 of Waltrip off turn 2, and the 88 of Ricky Rudd is coming off pit road. You see the 21 and 10 also down pit road. McMurray way high up the racetrack again at 3 and 4. Won't be able to hang on to it, and Waltrip is going to take second away. This is going to allow Boyer to continue his drive away with the lead, and McMurray is losing positions fast. There's the 21 of Wood coming off pit road. I think that might be the 10 of Riggs coming off pit road. Yes, it is. There's Scott Riggs coming out of pit road. Paul Menard running up here in the top 3 as well. Look at Robbie Gordon having a solid run so far, and we got a crash. Elliott Sadler around. Juan Pablo Montoya in the 42. Ricky Rudd in the 88. Reed Sorensen in the 41. Tony Raines in the 96. And that erases Clint Boyer's lead completely. You saw a puff of black smoke come out of the 42 car there. Let's see what happened. It looks like the cars no-clipped through each other. Yeah, the cars no-clipped through each other, and then they clipped again. Sadler and Rudd go around nowhere for the 41 of Sorensen or the 96 of Raines to go. And here comes everyone down pit road. And as they come off pit road, JJ Yaley is going to be the race leader. So Boyer lost multiple spots actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots lost for Clint Boyer on pit road there. The first car 1 lap down is the 88 of Ricky Rudd, I would think. Montoya's going to be able to continue here. He's going to be a lap down, but he won't get the free pass because he was involved in the caution. It was showing Sadler on the lead lap, so I don't know what happened there. We accidentally fast forwarded through the restart, but the green flag is back out. Now, Boyer's had the fastest car, and the 18 of Yaley just running high for now. But Boyer's using that lower lane. It's been completely open for him. No one in front of him trying that lane. This place is so track position dependent, but Truex trying to hang with Boyer as well as McMurray. Truex going to take a look on. JJ Yaley's coming down pit road. That's going to give Walter the lead of the race. JJ Yaley with some sort of issue. He'll go down pit road, and Paul Menard is going to be side by side with Walter for the lead. Boyer up the middle, 3 wide, and here's Truex side by side with him for second. Truex is going to get by Boyer, and he's going to get by Menard for the race lead. Move the one of Martin Truex Jr. to the race lead here in Dover. And the caution flag is out. 21 of John Wood, the 4 of Ward Burton. Burton looked like he was trying to make it to pit road and just completely missed it, and he spins out and he gets nailed by the 21 of Wood. Everyone driving around and scattering to avoid. How many laps down was the 18 car of Yaley? Did he come out of that on the lead lap? I thought I saw Joe Nemechek scraping against the inside wall there, but I guess not. The 78 is going to pit, so he's going to relinquish his free pass to Juan Pablo Montoya in the 42 car. So move Montoya back to the lead lap. Ward Burton has retired from the race. John Wood is also out of the race after that incident with Burton. So 26 cars left on the racetrack here for the restart. And Yaley back there in the 18 is hoping that we get a quick little caution here. That gets him back on the lead lap for this restart. And Truex has an issue. Truex has a tire down. So Truex is going to come to pit road from the race lead with a tire issue. And how many laps down will this put him? Maybe not that many. Maybe only 1 down. But Truex follows the pace car down pit road, and that gives the lead of the race back to the 07 of Clint Boyer, who leads the field back to the green flag. Truly unfortunate timing for Truex in the 1. As he's probably going to fall at least 1 lap down. But Menard looking inside on McMurray for 2nd spot here. Let's take a look at Truex. Truex did only take good tires. And here he comes off pit road. Now he has to battle JJ Yaley for the free pass. But he's a ways behind. 78 of Kenny Wallace back down pit road as well. So it's Boyer and Menard in the 2 transfers right now, as McMurray gets the wall here off turn 2. Here they come for 3 and 4. McMurray following behind Robbie Gordon here. As the 78 of Wallace comes off pit road, that's going to cause some guys to check up. It's going to stab a bunch of these guys because Murray gets forced free wide. Contact there with the 66 and 26. No clipping incident again, like you saw with Sadler and Montoya. Robbie Gordon's going to get by the 78 here of Wallace. So is David Reagan. And the 18's clawing his way through the field. Like he is on the lead lap. But he would like another caution to get back on the lead lap and maybe contend for one of these transfer spots. And an update on the one of Truex, who just recently passed the 42 and 19. Well, the 42 and 19 are both on the lead lap. They're probably going to get lapped here. So the 18 of Yaley needs to get by both of them as we watch the battle for the transfer. Boyer has gapped the field by about 2.5 seconds. Bernard is still holding a transfer, but here comes Jeff Green looking low on David Reagan. Boyer currently running 21-second laps, and Sadler and Montoya only running about 23-second laps. I see Jamie McMurray trying to make his way past people. Yaley going past Sauter, who is in 7th, but Yaley is not for position. But I wonder if the 18 thinks he can drive up there and get his lap back. But here's the battle for the second transfer. Jeff Green looking inside, and he'll take that away from Palmenard. Boyer's lead now extended to 3 seconds. Robbie Gordon looking low on Menard now for 3rd. Boyer able to get by Montoya and Sadler pretty easily. The next lap car he'll catch would be the 88 of Rudd. As Menard's still slipping back, he's going to get passed by the lap car of Yaley. As Yaley continues to work his way forward. He'll go to work on David Reagan here. As this group is about to catch. Currently, the cars in the battling for the free pass, but that'll change when the 18 car gets by them. But they're going to hold up this group. This is going to cost them time. They're all getting cost time because these two are running side by side. And they were caught behind these two running side by side for a full lap. So they're 5 seconds back now. As they went free wide there for a second going past these lap cars. But Yaley now in the free pass position again. And these guys are hoping for a caution or something, as Robbie Gordon looked low there on Jeff Green. Did not get the speed mid-corner that he would hope for, and now McMurray's going to look low for 3rd. McMurray dives low for position on Robbie Gordon. Yaley's going to follow suit. Now, if the 18 gets by all of these cars, can he drive up to the leader and unlap himself the whole way? But the 7's looking back inside on him. Can't quite get there. Luckily for the 18. And luckily for the 66 car, who is currently driving away with the second transfer spot. As they are nearly 6 seconds behind. As we watch the race leader, Clint Boyers, as we move away from the battle for second spot, it's fizzled out some. Boyer runs side by side with Boyer, said to put him a lap down. And Mike Bliss in the 49, so now these guys are the first cars 1 lap down. Yaley chasing down Jeff Green as they come to lap the 88 of Ricky Rudd. Still trying to be the first car 1 lap down. He wants to get into the clean air and start just laying down qualifying laps. So he's going to get next to the 66. And if the 66 is calculated with this, he'll just let the 18 go and continue to hang on to his position. But he's going to stay outside of the 18, but Yaley's going to clear off too. And Boyer's going to be putting a bunch of cars a lap down here. Which is not what Yaley wants, as these two are running side by side, once again in front of these faster cars. Eddie's going to get hung up behind them. So will too Will Boyer. He checked up there and not run over Juan Montoya in the 42 car. Petty stays to the outside to let the 07 go. And now he's going to make his move on the 19. Now he's going to get this set after the 41, who was involved in that crash earlier, and the 13 of Nemechek. And currently, the race leader, Clint Boyer, has experienced just about half a second to fall off on his tire. I'm surprised we haven't seen another crash yet, as he goes to put Joe Nemechek a lap down, and next up will be Sorensen and Mayfield, and I believe Scott Riggs. No, Riggs is already lapped. Next up will be Allmendinger, who is running 13th. Jeff Green getting held up a little bit by the lap car of Said. Robbie Gordon now has to go work on these 2 lap cars. That'll run side by side ahead of him. He's hoping this clears up a little quickly, because here comes Reagan and McMurray, and Truex has been carving his way for the field again as well. As Yaley works by those 2 very slow cars. And Boyer's lap through this whole little group up here. So Yaley really needs to go. And obviously those guys running side by side on the restart let Boyer run away there. But Yaley is hoping that they don't come together like Sorensen and Mayfield just did right there. Mayfield gonna go way up the hill after that contact. Incredible that they kept it together there. And Yaley trails Boyer by about 7 seconds. So he's got about a straightaway to make up on Petty and Sorensen and others. And Truex is trying to drive up there on a lap himself too, with being the leader in the free pass spot. You know, they'd have to drive their way all the way back through the field if they were to get on the lead lap again. But you never know what will happen here. Bowyer coming around the lap, Ricky Rudd his second time to put him 2 laps down. And Yaley has run down Kyle Petty in the 45 car. He's going to take that position away here shortly. There he goes, he drives it up the inside and easily takes the spot away from the 45. And Yaley's trying to outrun Truex, who might be a little quicker than him. As Jeff Green has gapped the cars behind him by about 2 seconds, and he gets the wall there a little bit off turn 2. Next up on the list would be Mayfield and Nemechek, and then Sorensen for Yaley. But the one is about the lap, the 84, and the 30s, and the 18 goes straight by these two. The one of Truex has a little bit more trouble getting by. But now the 84 is a lap down. Next up would be the 96. So now Yaley has to go chase after the 84. And the laps are winding down here from Dover. Almost 10 to go. And not Truex, Bowyer has to gap these guys by 10 seconds. So that's been a little bit of the help of lap traffic and a little bit of just being really fast. But Truex has run down Yaley in the 18 car, so it may be between these two for the free pass if they are able to run down the 84. Truex looking low on the 18 as they go after the 88 of Rudd and send him up the hill a little bit. The 96 would be the next lap down, then the 22. Truex side by side with Yaley. He uses that to pass the 78 of Wallace. So now Truex is doing the chasing to try to get on the lead lap. And again, this is all if we get another caution, so we're going off of a hypothetical. There's Jeff Green right here, still holding on to that second and final train. We got a caution. Caution is out. And it's for the 36 of Mayfield. A little bit of contact there with Marlon in the 14 car. Quint Bowyer's lead just got erased, but the 22 car of Dave Blaney will get the free pass. Now do you pit here? if you're any of these guys? And the answer to that question would be no, none of them pit. The lights are out atop the pace car, but I don't see anyone going to the rear, so give me one moment. Had to get that problem sorted out, but it seems that we will be having to wave these guys around, actually. Because the game is not sending these guys to the rear. So it'll be about 4 to go when we restart. I'm still not entirely sure why it wouldn't send people to the back. But we're going to be coming to the restart. Here from Dover with about 4 laps to go. Boyer, Green, Reagan, Waltrip, Stremme, McMurray, Gordon, Promenade. All these guys in contention here. And here we go. Green flags back in the air. Waltrip's going to immediately look to the inside of Reagan, and that's going to help Jeff Green. Now Stremme's going to look to the inside on Waltrip. Cannot get there. Waltrip's going to look to the inside of Jeff Green. 3 laps to go in the open. Green side by side with Waltrip, and Green gets the wall. Is there enough time for the 66 to come back, or is he outdriven himself? 2 laps to go in the open. It seems that Boyer's going to hang on and win, so it's now the battle for second. We continue to put our focus on. Green looking low, coming to the white flag here in the open. He's going to need Waltrip to have a bit of a mistake here off turn 2. As they head down the back straightaway for the final time. As they head through 3 and 4, Clint Boyer in dominating fashion. Best car out here. Boyer's going to win the open, and Waltrip's going to steal the second transfer. And for the fan vote, the winner was Michael Waltrip. But Waltrip, as you just saw, raced his way in, so your fan vote win goes to Sterling Marlin, who had the second most votes.